Let's talk about passive income. So passive income is something where you put in minimal amount of efforts or no efforts at all and you start seeing money suddenly show up into your bank account. I think this definition is way too overblown because in order for you to even reach to that level of success, it is required to put in a substantial amount of time on your end during the initial stages. With that being said, here are 5 different passive income streams that you can start working on today. I will rate these based on the difficulty of starting, also difficulty in terms of making $100 a week, and how difficult it is to maintain. When speaking of investment in stocks, there really are 2 different types. The first one is a growth stock, and the second one is a dividend stock. A growth stock is something where you invest your money, say like $100, and then as the company grows, the value of the stock increases, thus giving you passive income over the longer term or a return on your investment. The second category, however, which truly qualifies as passive income, is dividend stocks. A dividend is a certain set of percentage that a company gives you for the value of the stock in a given year. So for instance, if you buy a stock which is worth $100 and the company pays you a dividend of 4%, then the company will pay you $4 at the end of the year, or they'll pay you $1 every quarter depending on how the company dispatches its dividend. When it particularly comes for dividend stocks, you should specifically look for stocks which are dividend kings or dividend aristocrats. There, however, are certain catches when it comes to dividend stocks. The very first one is you have to look at the quality of the company and not just on the yield of the dividend. There are some of the companies which aren't that good enough. However, they do entice a lot of investors to come in by offering a high level of dividend. So for instance, if you buy a stock worth $100 and they pay you a 10% dividend, you'll make $10 in the first year. However, the next year, the value of the stock could drop down to $80. And if they still maintain the dividend at 10%, you'll make $8. But overall, what you've actually done is you've lost $20 on the value of the stock. And at the same point of time, the passive income that you've made is only worth $18. So you're still $2 in the loss from breaking even. Also, the other aspect is that there is no law which says that the company should continue paying dividends or should continue at the same rate. The companies can stop paying dividends at any given point of time or alter the rates that they pay, which means a reduction in the amount of dividend that they will pay. In terms of difficulty to start, it is very easy to start. All you need to do is download an app, register, put some money in and start investing. How difficult is it to make $100 a week? I would say it is very difficult to make that in passive income. Let's just consider the Pepsi stock. During the filming of this video, the Pepsi stock is worth $170 and Pepsi pays about $5.42 per year in terms of dividends. That equates to about 10 cents per week. Now, if you want to make $100 through Pepsi, you need 1,000 Pepsi stocks, which means you need to put down $170,000, which is not something that people have lying around to invest. In terms of the maintenance, I will say it is a medium level of difficulty because you need some kind of financial knowledge in this case in order to pick the right kind of stocks, and also at the same point of time continue monitoring these stocks over a period of time to see if they are hitting their goals and that it's also helping you reach your goals. And if not, then alter your strategy by selling those stocks and moving your money into some other stocks which would provide you the right kind of benefits that you're looking for. When it comes to renting, there really is no limits as to what you can rent, provided there is a market out there. Now, not everybody owns a rental property that they can rent out and generate passive income through. But if you have a spare room in your house or an apartment, you can consider renting that. If you have a car, you could rent that. Or probably if you own an equipment which has a market out there, you could start renting that equipment, or a parking spot provided you don't use it. This could be on your driveway or a parking spot in your apartment. When I first moved to Toronto, I sold my car, and similar was the story of my roommate. So both of us didn't own a car and we had a parking spot along with our apartment, which we rented out for about $200. So that gave both of us $100 relief off of our rent. In terms of how difficult this is to start, I'm going to put it at a medium level of difficulty because first you need to have the resource that you can rent out. Once you have that resource, you need to have the market that requires that resource. In terms of generating an income, I would say it's extremely easy because once you find the right kind of party who is renting it, you don't really need to do anything. In terms of maintenance, I'll say this is easy because all you need to do is track that the money is coming in at the right kind of time and that the equipment that has been rented is returned to you. Affiliate marketing is selling someone else's product for a little bit of a kickback or a commission. I'm pretty sure many of your favorite YouTubers, when you're watching their content, have asked you to click on a particular link that goes either to an Amazon product or that from a video sponsor giving you a certain amount of commission. All of these are affiliate links, which means when you buy a product, the person giving you the link gets a kickback out of it. In terms of difficulty as to how easy it is to start, it is extremely easy to start. All you need is laptop and an internet connection, and you can register on several of the products, and many of your favorite products have affiliate links. When it comes to the difficulty of generating income, I'm going to put it in the very hard bracket, and the reason is because generating income through affiliate marketing is highly dependent on how far your reach is. The further the reach, the higher the number of clicks and sales made is the amount of money that you'll make as an affiliate. Now, when it comes to maintenance, it is extremely easy to maintain, but again, this is dependent on your reach. All you need to do is on a timely period, just go in and make sure that the link is working such that you don't end up losing your money when somebody buys by clicking through that link. If you have a good amount of skills and expertise, you could consider making a digital product. Now, a digital product could either be courses or you could build an app. This is a great way to make passive income because you can truly achieve reach on a global scale as compared to a physical product. Now, when it comes to the difficulty in terms of how easy it is to start, I'm going to say it's pretty easy to start. All you need is a laptop and some amount of skills, or have the right kind of resources wherein you can probably get your app made through somebody who can code while you're the owner of the app. How difficult it is to make $100 to it? I'm going to say it's very difficult. And the reason that I'm saying this is because it is very hard to build a product which people will like in the first instance, and at the same point of time will also start adopting really quickly. Also, when it comes to any digital product, you need to consider the competition and that people will already be with the competitors, and you need to be convincing enough to have the people come over to you and use your product instead, unless you come up with something unique which does not exist out there. In terms of maintenance, I'm going to rate it more towards a medium level of difficulty, and this is particularly because even if you have a product that is selling and people are constantly coming onto the platform, you need to put in the effort in order to constantly maintain it, make sure everything is working, and also upgrade it if necessary. There really are two categories when it comes to social media, and it really depends on your experience, skills, and how comfortable you are. If you are someone who's good at writing, but you're not comfortable when it comes to presentations and don't have camera skills, then blogging is what you need to do. However, if you are someone who likes being on camera, who has the camera skills and the presentation skills, then YouTube is your option. Just comparing both of these side to side, it is way easier to maintain a blog because all you need to do is write content and then publish it and then continuously monitor it. However, when it comes to YouTube, it involves a lot more efforts, wherein not only do you have to do the research and write the content, but you also have to film it, edit it, and then eventually you post it and maintain it. The way that both of these make revenue is pretty much similar. It is through ads, sponsorships, and affiliates. Now, when it comes to difficulty to start, it is very easy to start both of these. There are several websites which offer you the opportunity to host your blogs for free. While when it comes to YouTube, it is free to start, and anybody with a phone camera can start YouTube. In terms of difficulty towards making $100 a week, I'm going to say it's pretty hard across both of them. Anything that is easy to start will have a lot of competition. There also is a lot of work involved, and then you have to put out good content, followed by you being dependent on the algorithm to provide you that level of reach. But once you get the level of reach and once you are in the monetization space, the opportunity to make passive income is abundant across both of these platforms. In terms of difficulty to maintain, I'm going to say it's again on a hard level, because when you initially start with a blog, for sure, you're just doing the writing aspects and you're publishing, and you need to constantly keep updating your blogs. But when it comes to YouTube, a small YouTuber like me is managing 8 different roles for which people go to school and are also hired for. So during the initial stages, it is extremely difficult until you reach a certain level of potential revenue, which is when you can start outsourcing all of these activities, and then it becomes a lot more easier because all you do is manage. Having learned all of these passive income streams, this video will help you maximize your wealth and achieve financial success. Like and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you next time.